Haku Haku, welcome back to story number 3, or I should say story number 3. So this one takes place at a sacred site, and I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to be on this site. It's on my ancestral homelands actually, and so the folks that I was with, they took me into this really, beautiful, beautiful place, and all around is just there's so much rich history. And I am the kind of person who, when I get into these places, I'm just so intrigued. And I want to just feel the energies all around me and tune into them, and so in one particular area, there was something there. And I asked if it was okay for me to reach down and touch that object. And they get, yeah, of course you can, right? So I reach down and I gently touch what's in front of me, and I tune into this elderly woman, this ancestor. And she's, so happy to see us, that we're here and that we're keeping, traditions going. And so she greets me and I greet her. And then almost immediately after the greeting, she gets pushed out of the picture. And there's this elderly man, this ancestor, and he's just so happy to connect with me. And he starts telling me information about all of the places that are around us. And throughout the weeks and days and months, he's continuing to give me information and tell me, these stories. And I'm just like honored that, he's okay with sharing these things with me. And in one particular situation, he had told me about a separate sacred site on the same area, like a different. It was used for a different type of ceremony, and so I described this to the people that I'm with, and I'm like, I want to go there, but we're doing ceremony this day. This is where the focus is, and I make plans to go back in a couple of weeks. So 4 days before my visit back to the site, I received a dream where he was showing me how to conduct a particular ceremony. And I was just like, yeah, I'm learning and I'm doing what he's telling me to do, right? It's almost like, well, it's like he's the teacher and I'm the student. It's exactly what it is. And so he tells me to go over there and grab these particular medicines. And so when I go over to where the medicines are, I see something that's out of the ordinary. And it stands out in my dream. And so he gives me this particular message just before I wake up. And I go and I ask my mother, what does this message mean? She breaks it down because it's, he was speaking in the Tongva language. And so she breaks it down and tells me what it is. I understand what the message is. I get to the place in real time and I'm like feeling around. And then I see him in my mind's eye. But he's not he's not on the site where I am. Now he's at a whole different site. And he's telling me to get over here. And so I asked the folks that had, brought me up there if it was okay for me to go. So they take me down to where he's at, and he shows me this whole other site that was in the same, close area. And I described, this particular object that was in my dream that stood out. I found it in real time. I found it. And I was just mind blown, because a lot of times I'm always questioning myself. Is this even real? Am I making this up in my head? And he just was so ready to give me, this information that he felt was time to be shared, and I'm very grateful that I have this ability to tune into him and ask him questions time and again. And he's just always so eager to share, And I think that's important to note because I think a lot of our ancestors are standing by, waiting to connect and share information with us. We just have to be ready and, again, know how to protect yourself and how to tune into, these loving energies that are ready to share information, and know the difference between tricksters and loving energies, and be ready to receive messages that are important to you, or to whoever the message needs to reach. And so again, if that's the line of work that you're interested in, I would definitely encourage it. Just find a teacher to work with that can help you understand how to protect yourself. Don't just dive in headfirst without understanding, certain familial protocols, or, protocols that your teacher would teach you, because there's a lot to learn when working in that world. And, with everything, we never stop learning. And it's a beautiful thing. So yes, if that type of stuff intrigues you, just walk in love, walk with caution, and always take care of yourself and protect yourself. But thank you for tuning in, and hopefully soon I'll have some more stories for you. But in the meantime, take care.